What if I told you that there's one thing that can change everything about your career and your life, and most people aren't doing it? And it's not AI, it's not the metaverse, it's not some future tech we haven't even begun to understand yet. It's networking. I know that people you meet will change your life. And I also know that networking is how you meet those people. I'm Julie Brown, and I spent 17 years in business development building relationships that generated more than $500 million in opportunities. Because I understood something most people don't. Your network is your biggest predictor of career success. And the reason why I was so successful was because on every given day, I had 50 people I could call, email, send a text and say, I need information about a potential project. I need a strategic introduction. I need a referral. I need historic data. Every day I had that in my back pocket. And people were like, how are you winning all this stuff? I was like, not gonna tell you. Now I tell everybody. When most people hear the word networking, they don't think opportunity, they think awkward, forced, fake. But networking isn't about working the room or being someone you're not. It's about how information, influence, and opportunity move between people. And the problem with the way we've been taught networking is that it's supposed to happen quickly and that it's a superficial activity that we don't really get to know people. We're not having this human-centered connection. 80% of building and maintaining relationships is just following up, and people suck at it because they think it's the other person's job. So if you become really good at follow-up, you're gonna blow your competition away because 80% of building and maintaining a relationship is just following up. All right, now I'm ready to start. Are you ready? I'm ready. Okay, great. Here's what I've learned. When people stop trying to network and start showing up human, everything changes. They build stronger relationships, they lead better teams, they solve problems faster, they create their own opportunities. And the data backs this up. Networking doesn't just correlate with success, it predicts growth over time. Translation? Connections compound. But here's the real shift. This isn't about turning people into extroverts or teaching them to be someone they're not. It's the opposite. It's about helping people stop being perfectly polished, forgettable professionals and start being real, bold, human. Networking creates competitive advantages, full stop, fact, not opinion. And the great news is you all walked into this room with a network. All of you have walked into this room with an existing network. It's probably bigger and more robust than you give it credit for, but I can guarantee you're not using it as strategically as you could. So in order for you to use that network that you've already built, those relationships that you've already invested in, you would actually have to know what your network looks like. And to know what your network looks like, you'd have to make a list of all of the people that you know. Who would you put on this list? Everybody. Professional connections, industry connections, clients, past clients, colleagues, past colleagues, friends, family, friends of family. Every single person you know is part of this big, robust network that you've already invested in. Not all of those relationships are at the same strength, and thank goodness, because if they were at the same strength, you'd literally burn yourself out trying to manage them. Expand your network and embrace the full potential of what we can accomplish when we come together, network unapologetically, and ask of each other what we need to succeed. No one in any room you walk into is judging you as harshly or as critically as you are judging yourself. Why do we do this? Why do we spend the first half of our career thinking we are too young and the second half of our career thinking we are too old? This is where I want you to all repeat after me. I am not, follow me here, ladies, an avocado. Do you know what I mean? Avocados are at their peak for 2 days. 2 days. Otherwise, they are too young and green or too old and shriveled. But you are not an avocado. It is not too early. You are not too young. You are not too old. It is never too late. Age ain't nothing but a number. People like to say that life is short. But no, my friends, life is long. And starting today, you have the rest of yours in front of you. Look around this room. In this room is somebody who needs your services. In this room is somebody who you can make a strategic introduction for, and in this room is somebody who can change your life if you have the confidence to meet her. Your job here today is not to compete. It is to lift as you climb, to be a part of somebody else's success story while building your own. I promise you will leave with tools and strategies and the confidence to network like a pro and do it in a way that is still authentic to you. You are your best networking tool. You are your best business development tool. You are your best career advancement tool. You're all simply the best. What is so great about this conference is that you all have had this experience together and you can all talk about it. You can walk up to anybody in that soiree that you don't know or you do know them, and you can walk up and you can say, what was your favorite part of today? Because you've all experienced it, and you're gonna say Julie Brown. Because the truth is this, the opportunities you want, the career you want, the life you want aren't hiding behind a better resume. They're on the other side of relationships you haven't built yet. I started this conversation saying that the people you meet will change your life, and I mean it. But I also mean it when I say you haven't even yet begun to meet all the people who can impact your career. Now, the one thing that's so important is you haven't begun to meet all of the people that you can do that for. That is the power of networking. It is not just about what you can gain, it is about what you can give, and karma is a babe. Julie out.